Okay, so in the previous video we have seen how to create these sort of banners inside your web page, and now I will showcase you how to create these sort of components inside your page. So actually if you look at this web page, you will see different components, but it looks similar, right? So only the content is different. So what is actually happening over here is basically it has this sort of a component, and it is reused in these four places, right? So what we are going to do is the same thing in our project as well. So if I go to my images, so we have several images. So iPod, iPad, iPhone, iWatch. So we have all the necessary stuff. Yeah, so let's give it a try. Okay, so I will create another component. So I will make this as maybe okay, what is a name? So we have banners, let's say maybe containers, right? Right. If you have a better name, please have it. Okay, I just call it as containers. So I will call this as standard container JS, so RFCE, and I can go to the main banner. Okay, not the main banner, but the home page, and import that content. It doesn't give me because of maybe standard container. Okay, standard container. Now I can call that component over here, right? So if you go to the page, now the container is there. So what we require is four containers like this, right? So there are a lot of containers, but in my case I will use these four, right? Okay, so what you have to do is simply copy these forms. Okay, so it will have four containers, but you can see the alignment is not quite okay, right? So we need this sort of a alignment. So if you go to the tailwind CSS and go to the grid overviews, so just type grid template rows. So these are the alignment what we require, right? So we need a grid which has maybe two rows, right? Or maybe two columns, right? So let's make a div which has a grid and grid calls 2. Then I will put these containers inside that div, and if I go to my web page again, now you can see we have a relevant uh, alignment we require, but still we need to uh, create this container more uh, precise manner. So what you can do is simply uh, use these stylings inside that component as well, right? But yeah, for now I will just copy these stuff and do the changes, but as you can see, later on we can modularize this stuff in more modularized fashion. Okay, so I will copy this thing to the standard container. Okay, then I will require these two things as well. Okay, now if I go there, you can see it has this sort of styling, right? But you can see the content is exact same. So how we can change this content is basically we make these items as props, right? So let's say title, description, and let's say image, and let's make this title as this one, and let's make this description like this, and image like this. Okay, now it gives these uh, issues because we have to populate this stuff. And if you want to change this path, you can do that, but for now I will just keep as it is, right? Okay, I don't need this one. Then I can go to the home page again. So instead of populating like this, what we can do is we can have an array with the values, and we can iterate it to generate these components. So this is the first time actually we are using arrays and iterations. So yeah, so in order to create an array, we can make it as like this with several JSON objects, right? So this is the array and this is the JSON object. So inside JSON object, we can specify whatever values we want. So first, um, let's say we can have a title, right? So the title is basically let's say iPhone SE, and let's say description is amazing experience. Okay, and yeah, the image. So we need the image actually. So images import. I will make this as img1 from uh, images, and I need, right? So img1. Okay, now we have one item. So I will use this array to generate other components by using map. So map is a higher order function that is equivalent to any other iteration function, right? So what map basically do is it iterate through all of these elements and output whatever you want, right? So I will make this as item, and I need to call this standard contain item, and inside that standard contain item we have to populate its props like this. So item dot title, the description is basically item dot description, and the image is item dot image. So now if you go to the uh, web view, you can see that item has been populated. So I don't need these for stuff right now, so I'll remove this, and you can see that item is there. But yeah, we need more content, so I will copy these 4 times, so we will have 4 images like this. But it's I think we need to reduce this image size, so go to the standard container. I will make this as 500. Okay, or maybe let's say 400. Now it seems quite okay. And yeah, now you can have several images, other images as well. So in my case, I will copy this 4 times, and I need the iPad and AirPods and iWatch. So IMG1, 2, this is 3, and this is 4. So iPhone SE, and I will change the contents as well. So iPad, so let's say lovable, drawable, magical, and this is IMG2, and AirPods, and let's have a description. So rebuild from the sound up. Yeah, so that is image 3, and I watch, and healthy leap ahead. IMG4. Okay, now if I go to the web view again, now it has this view, right? But yeah, you can see in this website it has several different stylings as well. But I think based on the images we have, it has white background, so I just use this color. But obviously this has sort of a gray background, therefore we can change the color of these two. So let's see how to dynamically change the stylings as well. So I will make it as style of, let's say uh, yeah, before doing that let's apply as a color, and let's see how we can do the changes. So I think we use BG Blue 50 maybe. Yeah, BG Blue 50. No, I think BG Gray 50 maybe. Okay, it's more light and we can't see anything. BG Gray 200. Hmm. Okay, 100 maybe. Yeah, now it seems quite okay, right? So BG 100 is the color. BG gray 100 is the color of that images. So we need this color, but we need to populate this color in a dynamic fashion, right? So what I can specify is I can specify style prop like this, and instead of having it has a fixed property, we can specify inside this backtick uh, like this. um, like this, and this style will be applied over here. So we can add custom stylings for this uh, button, for this component. So in the array I will specify that style like this. So this is the style we require, and others may inherit the same styling, but I think these are the only two. uh, Nothing applied yet. Maybe, yeah, because we haven't called that property over here. So item dot style. um don't need that. Okay, now you can see the styling is applied. So this has sort of a bluish color, this has sort of a white color, right? Yeah, so you can do um, whatever styling you want. So for now I just did this stuff. So we have reused this component, and we dynamically change their values, and we dynamically change their stylings as well, right? So that is how we play with components in React. And yeah, I will see you in the next video.